If you want to run large AI models locally, not paper token cloud APIs, but genuinely local inference, you need VRAM. A lot of it. And the fastest path to 96 gigabytes of VRAM without spending a fortune is building your own multi-GPU rig. Today we're walking through the complete shopping list for a $5,000 build, 4 RTX 3090s, an expandable frame, and everything you need to go from a pile of components to a running AI server. Let's start with why. A single consumer GPU tops out at 24 gigabytes of VRAM. That's enough for smaller models, but if you want to run LLMA 370B, Mixtral 8x7B, or do serious fine-tuning on your own data, you need more. 4 RTX 3090s give you 96 gigabytes combined. The economics are compelling. Renting equivalent GPU compute on the cloud costs $8 to $12 per hour. At 4 hours a day, that's nearly $1,000 a month. Your rig pays for itself in under 4 months. The core philosophy is simple. Start with 4 GPUs, expand to 8 without replacing anything. Every component, the frame, the motherboard, the power supplies, is chosen with headroom. When you're ready to scale, you buy more GPUs and plug them in. The star of the build is the NVIDIA RTX 3090. At around 750 used, it delivers 24 gigabytes of GDDR6X memory with 936 gigabytes per second of bandwidth. The RTX 4090 has the same 24 gigs but costs 1800 or more. For VRAM per dollar, the 3090 is unbeatable. 4 of them run you about $3,000, the bulk of this build's cost. For the frame, the Kingwin 8 GPU open-air aluminum frame at $70. Open-air is critical, 8 GPUs in a closed case with thermal throttle almost immediately. This frame fits full-length triple-fan GPUs with proper spacing and fan mounts built in. The motherboard is an ASUS Prime Z390P, around $200, with 6 PCIe 3 slots and support for up to 64 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. Paired with an Intel Celeron G4900 at $42, you don't need a powerful CPU for GPU inference. The CPU's job is to feed data to the GPUs, and a Celeron does that fine. For power, 2 HP server PSUs at $35 each. These are data center units running at 94% efficiency. 2 of them give you 2,400 watts of clean power. Each connects to a breakout board that converts server connectors into standard PCIe power outputs for the GPUs, far cheaper and more reliable than a single consumer ATX power supply. PCIe risers connect each GPU to the motherboard via USB 3 cables, letting you space GPUs across the open frame. A Kingston 500GB M2 NVMe SSD plugs directly into the motherboard, no cables, delivering 3,500 megabytes per second reads for fast model loading. The complete build comes in at around $3,380, well under the $5,000 budget, leaving $1,600 for a fifth GPU or expansion later. What can you run on 96 gigabytes of VRAM? LLMA 370B quantized fits across 2 GPUs. Mixtral 8x7B at 93 gigabytes fills all 4. Gemma 327B runs on a single card. DeepSeek V2 quantized fits across 3. You can run 4 simultaneous instances of Stable Diffusion XL. The software stack is entirely free and open source. Ubuntu Server 22.04, NVIDIA drivers and CUDA, then pick your inference engine. Llama is the easiest, one command to download and run any model. VLLM is fastest for serving models as an OpenAI-compatible API. Llama, CPP handles quantized GGUF models with exceptional efficiency. Add OpenWebUI for a browser interface, your own private chat GPT running on your own hardware, zero API costs. Assembly is a few hours. Build the frame, mount the motherboard, attach breakout boards, install risers, mount GPUs, connect power. Key safety note, 4 3090s under full load can draw 1,400 watts. Use a dedicated 20 amp circuit. The expansion path is what makes this build compelling. Start at $3,380 with 4 GPUs and 96 gigabytes. Add 2 more for 144 gigabytes. Go to 8 GPUs for 192 gigabytes, enough for LLMA 3405 be quantized with massive throughput. Each expansion is just buying more GPUs and plugging them in. One community optimization worth noting. Power limit your 3090s to 300 watts from the default 350. You lose less than 5% performance, but save 200 watts across 4 cards, over $100 a year in electricity. Every component is linked directly in the full article at ThinkSmart. Life. The GPU is 86% of the cost, and everything else is commodity hardware you could replace for $50 to $100. That's what makes this the most practical path to running frontier AI models on your own hardware.